5 ways to grow your TikTok account that you haven't thought of, that you haven't heard of. Before we get into the steps, I just want everyone to understand that I'm only talking about TikTok today. I'm not talking about any other social media platform, just TikTok. These 5 tips have helped me grow my TikTok account to about 32,000 followers at the time of this recording. Now, are there creators that have way more than I do? 100%, yes. But I was once at 0. I was once at 1,000. I was once at 2,000. I was once stuck at 10,000 for a long time. And when I started to implement these strategies that I'm about to share with you right now, my account went from 10 to 30,000 plus. My email list has grown. My podcast has grown. And I've actually had clients hire me off of TikTok to coach them one-to-one, pay me thousands of dollars to coach them on a one-to-one basis because I met them on TikTok using these exact strategies. Okay, so here we go. The first thing I want you to do, if you're on TikTok and you're trying to grow your business, you have a product or a service, or you have a coaching business or whatever it is, and you want to use TikTok to grow your account, the first thing that you need to do before you do anything, a lot of people skip this step, before you ever make your first video, is for you to clearly define what it is that you want this app to do for your business. What is it that you want? Do you want people to go to your coaching business? Do you want people on your email list? Do you want them to listen to your podcast if you have one? Whatever it is, I want you to pick one thing because it cannot be all. Otherwise, you are not going to be focused and you're going to be all over the place. Now, you can pick something now and change it later, but I want you to decide right now, what is it that I want people to do on this app? What do I want them to do? Do I want them to download my free thing, my lead magnet? And your lead magnet better be awesome. If you're making a lead magnet, don't give away garbage for free. I want you to think about this as a transaction. If you're asking somebody for their email address, that's the same as asking them for money. Okay? Because that's exactly what you're doing. So if you're going to give a lead magnet away, a freebie, in exchange for somebody's email, look, I'm the customer, I'm the buyer, right? And I've got my email address that I protect, and I don't want to give it to everybody, especially when I can get the thing that you're trying to offer on YouTube or ChatGPT or just Google it. So your thing better be super awesome in exchange for my email address, which is no different than me giving you 10 or 15 or $20. So have that in mind when you are making your free thing. Don't just make it free because it's free and say, "Oh, hey, here's 300 different ideas for an online course." It's like, I don't need you for that. I can go on ChatGPT, I can go on Google, I can go everywhere else. I don't need you. Make it awesome so that they are glad to give you their email address. Okay? Now that we've clearly defined what we want, we're moving on to the rest of the steps. And these are in no particular order, except for number 1, which is to clearly define what you want out of this app. This has made me really, really grow my business doing this. And I heard this from a creator about 18 months ago, and he challenged me to go live every single day for 1 hour for 30 days straight. And I said, wow, that seems like a lot of effort. I was kind of scared to do that. And I'm so glad that I did it because I go live all the time. Now, I've been in sales I was in a sales job for 25 years. I've spoken on stages. I've led mastermind groups. I have my own mastermind. I have a podcast, guys. I'm talking all day long. I coach people one-to-one. I don't have really any fear of speaking. But the first time I hit the live button on TikTok, I was scared out of my mind because I had never done it before, right? So if you don't know what to talk about, just talk about what you would do. If you're a coach and you're live, coach somebody, walk through your coaching program and treat it like it's a session, and then encourage engagement, encourage questions and Q&A. I want you to think of your live session as an opportunity for you to engage closer with people, ask them questions, get feedback. This is so key. I've literally gotten feedback that I've created podcast episodes for because people will ask the same questions over and over. So they'll validate ideas. You can ask questions as well. Hey, what do you guys think about this? I'm thinking about doing this. I'm thinking about creating this product, right? The course that I'm launching in about a week or so, the Parentpreneur Profit Plan, which takes you from A to Z to start your own business based on your online business, based on the skills that you already have in your current 9 to 5 job. All of the content, or a majority of the content, I got from the feedback loop from TikTok Live, from my one-to-one coaching clients, from my mastermind. I mean, this has been going on for years. The hundreds of people that I've coached over the last 4.5 years, the feedback is so important. So now that I have all of this information and all this research has been done, I don't have to go to Google and validate it. I don't have to go to answerthepublic.com. The validation came from me actually asking the real people who are saying, hey, Brian, this is my problem. I haven't started a business because I don't know what business to start, or I haven't started a business because I'm afraid if I fail, how I'll look in front of people, or I don't want to lose everything. Right? All these different all these different responses that are repeated over and over. If you would have the same thing in your industry, in your niche, and then the repetition becomes your content or your paid product or service that you can solve for. Going live will do a couple things for you. Number one, it'll give you the feedback loop. Okay. It'll give you real live time feedback. It will also boost your content. TikTok wants people to go live. They like that. So if you're live every single day for 30 minutes, 60 minutes, you are going to be rewarded for it. And your videos will be pushed out to other people. You will gain followers on TikTok live if you do it the right way. Ask people to follow you. Hey, I come on here live every single day. Make sure that you're following. So the next time that I come back, you're notified, right? Boom, they follow. Happens all the time. My podcast, the W2 Prison Break Show, if you've ever noticed, they're all numbered. And they're numbered for a reason, because when I'm in a live session and I'm talking to a group of people and they ask me a question, they say, hey, Brian, how do I raise money for real estate deals? Or how do I get over this particular hurdle? Or they ask a specific question about something. I'll answer the question. What I want you to do is make sure that you listen to episode number 132 of my podcast, where I interview someone who teaches you exactly how to do that. And guess what? They say, okay, yeah, I'll go do that. So that's why I number my episodes, and I have it up and I search and I say, go listen to the episode. So you could do the same thing if you have a product or a service that you offer and people are asking questions. Oh yeah, I've got this thing that solves that problem. Go into my profile link and you can grab that either for free or for something that you charge. It's $25 or whatever it is. Or you can book a call with me. So just be ready. This is an opportunity to sell. You're on this app because you're trying to make money. So this is the opportunity for you to sell. Do not sleep on going live. I'm telling you, you are missing out big time if you're not going live. And if you're worried about how you're going to look or how you're going to be perceived, I get it. You got to get over that and make sure that you understand that people are going to show up and blow you up no matter what. You use it as an opportunity to get better, right? I have hecklers every time I go live, and I always take the high road. And if you need any help with that, you can watch me do it. I go live almost every single day. My handle, which I will leave in the show notes, is at Coach Brian O'Neill with 2 L's. And you could see how I do it. I get all these jokesters in there every single time. So you could watch how I handle that. Okay, the next tip to grow your TikTok account that you have not thought of is when you post a video, comment on it. So you post a video, I want you to be the first person to comment on it and ask a question. I posted a video at the time of this recording. I have this new series I'm doing, which is your 9 to 5 escape plan. I'm going to do 100 of them. And it's how I go through each industry, like an accountant, a project manager, marketing specialist. I got all these different jobs that I'm going to break down how you can transfer the skills in the 9 to 5 job and take it to an online business. So I post this video about project manager. And then I wrote in the comments immediately after I posted, I said, hey, where are all of my project managers at? Question mark. Now, does that mean that hundreds of people are going to engage? Maybe, maybe not, but it doesn't hurt. It helps. So people see, hey, oh, hey, somebody commented. Let me go in the comments, and maybe somebody will comment too. It's kind of like, hey, me too. I want to get in on that. So comment on your own posts and don't feel silly about it. I do it all the time. It boosts engagement. It helps. Now, the second thing that you want to do relating to comments, okay, is you want to not only comment on your video that you post, but go into other people's accounts, bigger creators that are in your niche or where you think your ideal customer or your target audience would be following. Go into their videos and comment on their videos and make real comments. Don't just be like, hey, awesome stuff, bro. Like, engage with other people, because here's what's going to happen. If you can do that maybe 10, 20, 30 per day, you're going to be exposed to that many more people who are going to look at your comment. Maybe you'll be able to help somebody. Maybe you'll engage in a conversation. They'll become a follower. They'll become a potential client. You'll never do it. You'll never know unless you do that work. It'll take you 15 to 20 minutes per day. You guys are scrolling on social media anyways, so you may as well participate in social media and try to see where you can help people and look for the questions that you can answer. People do this on my TikTok videos all the time. They'll go in and I know what they're doing and I appreciate it. I appreciate the effort. They'll go in and they'll see, oh, hey, this guy's got, 30 something thousand followers. This video has a couple, 300,000 views. People are commenting left and right. There's 1,200 comments on this. They know. So they'll comment, they'll go through every single person's comment and answer. Some of the smart ones, and this is what you should do, will actually make a video, which is one of my next steps. We'll make a video. This is tip number 4, which is when you get a comment on a video, on one of your video, and it's a potential problem or a question that you can solve, I want you to make a video with that comment. Okay. Now, a lot of you don't know how to do this. Some of you do. But for those of you who don't know how to do it, I can't do a tutorial here because it's an audio. But let's just say you make a video and somebody comments on it like, hey, great video. How do I do this thing? Go into that comment in the video, hit the reply button. All right. And then it's going to pop up that you can reply. You can type something in. Well, right to the left of where you're typing is going to be a red camera button. And you click that, and then it pops up the comment in the top left corner and gives you an opportunity to create a video. If you guys follow me on TikTok, you see that I do this all the time. The comment box is in the top left corner. I read the question and then I answer the question in the video. That does 2 things for you. Okay. Actually does more than 2, but the 2 things that come to mind is number 1, you're telling that person like, hey, I'm important because you took the time to make a video answering my specific question as opposed to just typing something in. You made a video for me. You don't think that's going to help you with your business? The other thing it does is if the video, the original video that the comment came on, and this is the strategy that I want you to be ready with here, and it's going to lead into number 5. Hack number 5 is when you don't, hack number 5 is not ready yet, but we're getting to that in a minute. When you go ahead and reply with videos, okay, the original video still gets looked at. So anybody that looks at the new video where you made the comment replying to that question, the new video is tagged, hey, replying to Bill regarding this particular video, and people can go look at that one. So that creates a lot more activity and engagement, and you got to be ready for that. So that leads into number 5, tip number 5 to grow your TikTok account, ways that you have not thought of, which is I want you every once in a while, let's just say you're talking about health and fitness, or you're talking about working out, you're making workout videos for your TikTok page. And most of the stuff is revolved around that, right? You're talking about workouts, you're talking about health and fitness, like you're talking about all this stuff. Sometimes you need to break the mold a little bit and talk about something that's a bit controversial, right? So think of a topic that you could speak about where you know that half the people are going to be on the left side, half the people are going to be on the right side, and you're kind of not really taking a side. Maybe you're leaning one way or the other, but you're talking about something where you know people for sure are going to have a difference of opinion. And when you do that, and you do it in a way where you're asking for engagement, like, hey, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments, something like that. Sometimes you don't even have to do that. People will start commenting. lots of comments. That's when you have to be ready. When that happens, you got to be ready and you have to start making videos to those comments. My account has grown tremendously when I've done those. I've done that for a couple of different series that I've done. I did one where I had an Airbnb video that I did when I was talking a lot about creative financing for my real estate business, and the video had about 800,000 views, but I probably made 20 videos minimum just on the comments, all that had a variety of different views, and I was simply responding to people's questions. I took this thing, this Airbnb crash, right? This collapse that people were talking about. It was a green screen video. It was a controversial subject. I took that and I applied it to my niche at the time, and I said, hey, if this happens, I don't know if it's going to happen, but if it does, you're going to have the opportunity to help a lot of sellers learning how to buy properties with no money down, no banks, creative financing. I said, if you want to learn how to do this, follow me. I'll teach you how to do it. That was the end of the video. That comment alone right there got me 7,500 followers. If I hadn't said that, I probably wouldn't have got that many followers. But here's what happened. I'm talking about Airbnb. Is it going to crash? Is it going to not? Who knows? What happened in the comments is people gave their opinions about Airbnb. That it's not going to crash. You're crazy. Like, and then other people on the other side were saying things like the fees, the cleaning fees, like they were just going crazy. And this really had nothing to do with my niche, Airbnb. I don't do Airbnb, but it was related, and I was able to talk about creative financing, and I was able to get a lot of people on my list as a result. I've done the same thing with, I had a car buying tips series. Again, I coach people how to get out of their job. I coach people how to start businesses using the skills that they already have from their 9 to 5 job. I don't teach people about how to buy cars, but I know how to do it. And I know that my clients are in that group of people who have purchased cars. Most people have to buy cars in their life. So I did a series of car buying tips, and those things went bananas. I did a whole playlist because, again, people were disagreeing with me. They were disagreeing with each other, and that created virality. So that's the other tip too, is think of playlists as well. That's a bonus tip, is to do a playlist on a series that you like talking about. Make more of them. If a video performs well in a particular topic, make more of the video. Hey, this is part 1, and then go all the way up to part 10, or how many ever you can think of. All right, so I'm going to recap the 5 steps again real quick, and then we're going to wrap up the episode. So again, the 5 ways to grow your account, TikTok account, that you have not thought of. Number 1 is to clearly define what you want out of the app. Get clear on that. Where do you want people to go? One thing and one thing only. Go live. I challenge you to go live 30 days straight for 1 hour. If you can't do it, then pick 30 minutes. But I did it for 1 hour a day for 30 days straight. Sell in your lives, teach in your lives, drive people to where you want them to go. The third thing is to comment on other people's posts, other creators' posts in your niche. Do it daily. Spend 15 to 20 minutes commenting on posts. When you post a video, reply with a comment. Make a comment on your own video. And then also, when you get comments on your videos, reply with a comment. Video comment. The last one, tip number 5, is to create controversial videos where people are going to have an opinion one way or another, and they're going to be fighting with each other in the comments, right? Now, we don't want them to be mean to each other, but want to do it nicely. But that's going to boost your engagement. And this is what this app is all about, engagement. That'll get you shown to more people. And ultimately, if you have your number 1 clearly defined, which is, hey, what do I want out of this app? People are going to start getting on your list, or booking calls with you, or downloading your lead magnet, whatever it is that you want them to do.